Stuart, I'll be joined by Beau, Bedugnis, and we're getting ready. All on the field, captains. Revere comes into this game 0-3, and last week suffered a huge loss, 40-0 to Everett, who will be here next week to play the Highlanders. The Revere Patriots are head coach Mike Sella and Somerville High's head coach Tony Gulla. And the teams are on the field, and we're about set to get going here.
We're just waiting to see who gets the ball first.
You guys know who the captains are from other schools? Is it
John Slattery.
Slats?
And Somerville coming home after a loss to Peabody at Peabody. They lost 33-14 in a game where they cost themselves the game, basically made a lot of mistakes, some fumbles, and a game they really probably should have won.
John Slattery back in the game this week after a slight injury.
Spent most of the week walking around on crutches.
Captain for the SHS Football team, 34, Ronnie Joseph. 55, Dennis Hardy. 61, Matt Vieira. Number 66, Gary Bruno. And number 74, John Slattery.
And the other game you didn't see was at Watertown. Somerville was victorious there.
And Somerville will be receiving.
In that game, McConan Fenton had 4 touchdowns in the first half. Basically, the entire first team took the second half off.
Back deep is number 44, Brian Bozzi.
And number 14, Brian Bozzi back to return the kick.
44.
44, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the last shot, ready on 1, take 1.
And Revere getting set to kick.
Stay right there, John.
And kicking for Revere is number 35, Rothamam.
Revere's set. And here we go.
The kick.
Good kick by Revere. And Bozzi takes it. And he's returning. He's at the 10. Looks to the 50. Oh, gets crushed. He got crushed right there.
But he gets right back up.
Good hit by Revere.
That's what we like to see. Get right back up after they get hit. We don't like any injuries.
Give Revere credit. Good special teams work right there. All over that return. So now the offense lines up, and Conan Fenton under center, and Jason Fusil in the backfield. And Fusil takes the carry, picks up maybe a yard and a half. They're gonna get, Somerville's gonna get small carries in the game, but eventually they're gonna break one. Fusil just busts people right up the middle, takes it all the way.
Good defensive work by Revere.
And now they're set again. Number 31 in motion. And they fumbled the snap. Fumbled snap from the center to the quarterback. And I don't know. I think Somerville got it back. But a big play there as they lost the down, and it'll be 3rd down now.
And Somerville recovers.
And 3rd down. Motion by 34. And McConan back to pass. Wide open.
And 89,
Number 89 makes a beautiful catch.
Ralph Joseph makes the catch.
Ralph Joseph, a beautiful catch there.
Seems that we have some technical difficulties with the scoreboard, so don't pay any attention to it right now.
The timing was there. The Revere defensive back tried to catch up, got it. Ralph was right in front of him. Just made a beautiful catch. It was a jump ball, basically. Went Somerville's way this time. So now they'll line up with a first down.
Senior at Somerville High. Also a member of the track team.
And the carry, and picks up about 9. If you sail with the carry, picks up 9. Like I said, just bust people up right up the middle. Keeps pumping the legs, no matter if he gets hit. Keeps pumping. That's the important thing. That's how you get those extra yardage you need. And now they'll start second and about 2. And McCona takes the snap. Hand off to number 34. He breaks. Oh, got tripped up.
Tripped up.
If they pick up the first down, if he had gotten away from that trip, he had a clear field all the way to the end zone. He was wide open for that run. Got tripped up though. Good play by Revere to stop that. All right, they line up again. First and 10 from about the 33.
And number 31 makes the run.
Takes it, and he's stopped at about the 10.
And that's 31, Andrickson Rivas.
A pickup of about 20 yards for Rivas on that carry.
And this time they didn't misprint his name.
Which was an important thing because we were having trouble with that the whole last game. So Tony Gull's offense moving the ball very well so far. They've shown the pass, they've shown the run, they've shown everything in their arsenal. Except the quarterback keeper, which is one of his favorites with McConan running it.
Ball on the 13.
And Fusil takes the carry, picks up maybe a yard, if even that. And it'll be second down and about 9.
And the ball on the 11.
Next week, Somerville High will host Everett High School in a 10:30 contest here at Gilboy Stadium.
And we're set to go.
And as you can hear overhead, Somerville will take on Everett next week. Everett, a strong team. Beating Revere just last week. I mean, beating
Fenn
Revere.
with the handoff to number 34. Turns the corner, breaks the tackle, and he picks up. Oh, nice. Ralph Joseph. Nice carry. Picked up.
Ronnie Joseph, captain.
Joseph, I'm sorry. Picked up maybe a good 5-6 yards on that one. Getting back to that game next week against Everett. Everett's just mauling through their opponents this season. Always the powerhouse in the GBL. They lost Omar Easy. They're still just destroying teams. Their quarterback showing a lot of promise. Last night they won by another huge total, like 43-7 or something.
And last week,
we got a flag. We got a flag. That's going to be on the offense.
Flag on the play.
We got offsides on Somerville.
And just last week, Everett beat Revere 40-0.
Yeah. And that game was pretty much over in the first quarter from what I've heard.
At the end of the fourth quarter, it was 24-0. So it's not really saying much.
And there we go. Under center, McConan. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it.
McConan runs it in.
McConan keeps it. And pushes, picks
to
up.
about the 3.
And that'll be fourth down on the 3. This will be a tough call for Tony Gull. I think he's going to go for it, though. Try to establish it early. If they don't get it, Revere takes over on the 3.
89, Ralph Joseph comes back into the game.
Ralph Joseph going to line up wide. If you sail in the backfield, Ronnie Joseph split. It's a right side formation. And motion by 31.
And McConan
keeps it, and he's stopped. They don't pick up the first down. So it'll be a first down for Revere. As they'll take over on downs.
And they're one.
Oh, they gave Somerville the first down. I'm sorry, I guess he got it. So Somerville now, 1st and goal from the 1. And McConan under center. And he slips. Number 31 takes the ball and he gets stopped. Goes nowhere. And McConan slipped. I don't know if that messed up the handoff at all. Might have been the reason they didn't get that. But
the field isn't one of the best fields, but I guess it's good enough to play on.
Especially it's been rainy and cold the last couple of days, so the field's not in great condition right now. A lot of mud out there. But Somerville's used to that. They play in that every year. And here we go. 2nd and goal from the 1. And Fusil. No.
Oh.
McConan tried to keep it and he got nailed. Oh, that's a late hit.
The whistle was blown way before that.
He was well down and then the hit came. Should have been a late hit, no call.
I didn't even see him go down when they blew the whistle.
He just got nailed by about 5 people as he tried to run a keeper. And he lost about 3 or 4 yards there. And Ralph Joseph come back in the game. So it'll be 3rd down and goal for Somerville. And it might be time for Fusil to take one up the middle.
3rd down with 11 to go, and they're on the 10.
Fenton with the pass. Oh, broken up. Looked like he might have gotten there early. We have the benefit of instant
Pass to
replay.
Ralph Joseph.
And it's incomplete, so it'll be 4th down now. Second, 4th down Somerville's faced on this drive, and they're going to take an early timeout here. Apparently Coach Gullo wants to talk to Fenton, think about what they're going to do on 4th down here. Don't want to turn it over early. Don't want to give any momentum to this Revere team. When a team is 0-3, they tend to get a lot hungrier as the season goes on for that first win.
McConan back on the field.
And they're gonna talk it over, see what they're gonna do here. Actually a good amount of depth on this Somerville team this year. They've got a lot of good backups. Coach Gullo was very careful in building this team. Wanted to make sure everybody went to Pride Camp.
So it's 4th down with 11 to go. The ball's on the 6.
And Somerville out on the field in formation. See what they do. Fusil in the backfield. Ronnie Joseph split wide. And it's a left side formation. Number 31 in motion. McConan keeps it.
And a nice fake by McConan, but he gets
stopped. And Revere will take over on downs. Big stop for Revere to start the game. Somerville possibly a little bit deflated by that loss. Didn't come out here. Not the usual offensive punch we see from Somerville. 4th down. Somerville usually gets that in the end zone. The Peabody game was tough though. They played them hard. Just a couple mistakes cost them that one.
Coach Gullo not really being disappointed at the loss because they all realized that they did make mistakes.
And Peabody will run. Revere will run it. And he turns the corner.
Oh, gets hit by
nice hit.
Number 1 McConan Fenton.
McConan Fenton out up, going both ways this year.
Number 35 Ratha Mom.
And a big carry. Move the ball away from the end zone. Eliminates the possibility of a safety. And now Somerville's defense will have to take over. They'll need to apply pressure. And Revere's in formation. And here's a snap. Handoff to number 35. And he gets nailed in the backfield. Ronnie Joseph with the stop.
At 35, once again, Martha Mom from Revere High School.
Lost about 4 on that carry. So it'll be second and about 14.
He's a senior at Revere High.
The second and 14 for Revere now. And Somerville, like I said, defensively taking over. And now the lineup. Fusil looked like he might have missed the defensive call on that one. Looking around. He's got it now. And Fusil gets in there. And Fusil got in there and broke that one up, I think. Right up the middle.
Oh, Ronnie Joseph.
Ronnie Joseph with the tackle, but Fusil got in there to stop that one. Allow room. And they pick up about 3 or 4. Should give them 3rd and 10.
No injuries on this team this week. John Slat's in the sidelines right now, but he is in the game.
And it's amazing to me he's even playing, considering he was walking around most of the week on crutches.
He's heavily taped, though, so that's an indication he's still maybe slightly injured.
He's a competitor, though. If he could even be out there, he will. And there's a trip up.
The whole Somerville team, as Jason Fusil gets injured in the first game, he still wants to jump right back in the first game.
Number 31 broke that one up.
31, Anderson Rivas.
And the Somerville crowd getting larger as they hear the rumors of this team. Getting much better. I think they get confidence with every game. I don't think the Peabody game was a major setback because instead of saying, you know, we got beat, they said we made mistakes, we beat ourselves. Which is a big thing.
Plus, you got to realize they did play well against them, and Peabody is one of the better teams in the league right now.
We'll have a test against Everett. And Revere punts. Not a great punt. And they're just going to let it go. They're going to let it go. Revere will down it. They'll let it roll.
A little taunting by number 48 for Revere and Anderson Rivas.
And Somerville will take it over about the 28, 29-yard line.
We don't have a name for you for 41 because he's not on the roster.
Good defensive series for Somerville. Stop Revere. That's what they got to do. They got to keep it. They got to keep them on. Keep the Revere offense off the field. Don't even give them a chance. But Somerville's going to have to be able to make those big plays that they didn't make in the first series on 4th down.
At the end of the first quarter,
And the first quarter will come to an end here.
Like we said, please do not pay attention to the scoreboard because at the beginning of the game we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, the scoreboard still said 3 minutes, but I guess they got it straightened off now. The second quarter is underway. A lot of students here in the stands. It's good to see them come out and support the team.
Not just former Somerville High students either, some former Revere High football players out here in our stands today.
Yeah, I think they found the wrong side of the field. And the cheerleaders, Somerville High. Award-winning Somerville Highlander cheerleaders.
Hope Somerville listens to them and scores that touchdown for 6.
Somerville favored in this game. Revere not a powerhouse at all.
Yeah, but Revere proven that they're not a team to be taken for granted.
Coming in 0-3, and they're going to whistle that one dead. Again, usually if they whistle it dead, it'll be on the offense.
A little confrontation between number 74 for Revere, Sean Marchando, and McConan Fenton on the field. Nothing big.
Offsides on Somerville. That tends to happen a lot. It's a competitive game. You're gonna see tempers flare up every now and then. It's the nature of the game.
Somerville's team is full of tempers, but you need somewhat of a temper.
And number 89, Joseph, comes off the field.
And that's Ralph Joseph, not Ronnie today.
2 Josephs, yeah. And McConan under center.
Hey, that gets a little confusing.
And number 31 in motion.
Anderson Rivas.
And Fusil takes the carry. Oh, I'm sorry. Ronnie Joseph picks up
Ronnie Joseph.
Picks up about 5 yards.
Oh, 11.
So it'll be 2nd and 5.
3rd and 5.
2nd and 5. The scoreboard having difficulties. You got to go by what's on the field.
Oh, I'm watching the board. I should have listened to my own advice about that.
Somerville took it up the middle and got stopped. Picked up maybe a yard or 2. This Fusil.
A little heckling you hear in the background is by the former Revere players.
3rd down, 3 yards to go for the Highlanders.
Touchdown, Highlanders! Hey, we won 6! Touchdown, Highlanders! Hey, we won 6! Touchdown, Highlanders! Hey, we won 6!
And here we go. 31 in motion again. And McCone's going to keep it. He's off. Oh, he's off. He's at the 40, takes a turn. 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Little high step by Fenton and broke loose, and that's a touchdown right there.
No, there's a flag.
We'll have to wait and see. I don't think they're going to bring it back.
Nice run by McConan.
See what we got. We got clipping on Somerville. So that will bring it back. So there will be no touchdown.
I think Ronnie Joseph might have pushed the Revere player down.
Yeah, pushing the back. So a penalty, Somerville hurts themselves. One of those mistakes that they can't make. But they're going to give them the first down on the yardage that they picked up before the clip. So Somerville will take it at the 50. First down.
It's too bad. That was a nice run, too.
Beautiful run. Did a little high step towards the end when it looked like he was going to get caught. Made some nice cutbacks.
We get criticized for reporting on McConan so much, but it's him who makes a lot of the good plays.
It's a whole team game. And there's a carry by 34.
Ronnie Joseph.
And Ronnie Joseph picks up about 5, maybe 6.
Ronnie Joseph on the ball. Down to the 45-yard line. 2nd down, 4 yards to go.
No more heckling now. The Revere players have left our stands.
Yep, they're walking over to their own side of the field now. I think they were a little confused. This is the Somerville side. And now,
So go away.
McConan under center. Revere lines up. Looks like showing blitz. And it comes, they pick it up. And the carry by Fusil.
And, oh, no, Ronnie Joseph. Oh, Fusil.
Fusil with the carry.
The number's a little hard to read because there's mud on the suits, but
And they moved the ball about 15 yards on that one. And they'll take it from the 30.
First down, 10 to go.
Somerville with 1st and 10 at the 30. And they line up.
8:25 on the clock.
Put 31 in motion a lot. We'll see if they do it again.
Andrickson
Yep, there he
Rivas,
goes.
number 31.
And McConan back to pass.
And
Intercepted.
intercepted by number, can't see the number.
Intercepted. McConan attempting the pass was
By
intercepted.
number 35, Rathamon.
Apparently Coach Gullet trying to catch Revere off guard with a first down pass play, but backfired as now Revere will take over.
Pretty tough game so far.
Both teams pushing. Neither team wanting to give up an inch here. And the Somerville defense will get back out on the field. And Revere. Offense handoff to number 35, I believe.
And taken down.
Picks up about 2.
Taken down by number 34, Ronnie Joseph.
Picked up about 4. And it'll be 2nd and 6 for Revere. You saw that, if you saw the Cambridge game, you also saw that their running back, Shea Santos, had a big game in the first half. Somerville made the adjustments and shut him down in the second half, so look for Rothamam to get shut down in the second half. And there's the carry again. Mom with another carry. And picks up about 3. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 to go. 3 or 4 to go. The scoreboard's out, so we have to guess the spot here.
Oh, the clock's working on the scoreboard now.
It's getting windy. Looks like we may have a little rain before this day's over. Of course, we hope not. And big play here as Revere will take it 3rd and 3. In motion. Number 20. And it's going to be a run, and they stopped him. Somerville right up the middle stopped him.
Somerville's defense proven to be very strong.
And Richie Rodriguez, who was a big part of the first game, the win over Cambridge.
For a sophomore at Somerville High, he's a really big kid. I mean, not height-wise, but I mean, he's a pretty strong kid also.
Well, the lifting program, very and heavily enforced by Coach Gullah. Every player lifts or they don't play.
I believe he's a former Golden Gloves, a young Golden Gloves in boxing also.
I would believe it. He's a big guy. And Revere in punt formation, Somerville. Fenton back to receive.
And number 44, Brian Bozzi will
Bozzi
receive the ball.
picks it up
and
at the 30, and he tries
runs.
to picks up about 6 or 7. He gets stopped.
44, Brian Bosby brings the ball to the 35-yard line.
Brian Bozzi with a 7-yard punt return. And the cheerleaders encouraging the team on. And now the spot's set. We're ready to go. First down for Somerville, 1st and 10. From the 37. Now we're set to go. McConan under center. If you sail in the backfield and watch 31.
Andrickson reverse.
Not in motion this time, but number 34.
And Andrickson's running it.
31 takes the carry.
And he's about on the 43 maybe. And now 2 and 5.
2nd down and 5 to go for Somerville. And now McConan under center. Calling out the play, maybe changing it there. And number 31 in motion again. Handoff to Fusil. And he's busting people, picks up a 1st down.
On the 49 line.
Picked up about 7, picked up 1st down as well. So
The
move the
49
chains.
line, that's pretty cool.
They're at the 49-yard line. Almost midfield. And they want a new ball apparently. Very muddy in there. They'll clean the other one off. Alternate back and forth a little bit.
Ball is on Somerville's 49-yard line.
And Somerville out on the field. Set to go. And Rivas in motion.
And McConan making the run.
Fenton with the keeper,
By
trying to
2.
break class. Ooh, breaks tackles. Picks up about 6 or 7 there. Got about 6 on the carry. I'll see the spot. Yeah, giving him 6 on the carry. Nice
Revere
job.
hitting really hard.
Nice job by Fenton though. Like just little upper arm motion to push off the tackles. And now they break formation, set to go.
Second down and 5.
And under center. Rivas in motion. If you see with the no, McConan with the keeper, and he's gonna little fake there. Little deke turns it on.
Oh, and he falls out
Steps out of bounds.
at the 3. A little bit off balance because he was trying to keep it in, but great run by McConan.
He's out at about the 4, walking the tightrope of the line, trying to stay in, and eventually just lost his balance and fell out. But made a lot of sweet moves on that carry. Little stutter step there a couple times to shake the Revere defenders.
Some style in the run. Timeout for Somerville. And
With 2:04 to go in this first half. No score yet. Somerville takes the timeout, get some water, talk over the play. The whole Revere team goes over well. Coach Gull only wants Fenton over to discuss the play for Somerville. And they'll talk it over. I gotta think, with 2:04 to go, they can run a couple run plays, stop the clock. They got one more timeout to go. We'll probably see a little Fusile, and if that doesn't work, we'll get a keeper from McConan.
and after the half, Revere will be receiving the ball.
And Ronnie Joseph getting about 5-6 carries a game, so they could use him. They use him a lot in red zone situations. So they'll go from the 4, and both teams back out on the field now.
Ball is on the 4-yard line.
And they line up. McConan under center. And they send 40 in motion.
And McConan has the ball.
He's going to run a
it,
keeper, and no.
Gets taken down at about the 11-yard line.
Lost a lot of yardage there.
Lost about 6 yards in that one. 8.
Gotta wonder if they're going to be cautious about trying to throw it in after that last interception. Maybe they'll try to run it a little too much.
Second down.
And the clock is running with 1:38 to go in the first half. A game that Somerville is kind of expected to dominate so far has been a defensive struggle more than anything else. And encouragement from the Somerville coaches. And they line up. Send Rivas in motion again.
And I believe that was Ronnie Joseph running it.
And they'll move it back down to the 4 where they were
No,
before.
it was Jason Fusile running it in.
So Fusile picks up the yardage they lost, and it'll be 3rd and 4 again. 3rd and goal at the 4. 56 seconds as the running clock goes.
Clock's working now.
Third down.
And I think we have a Somerville timeout, but the clock ran down a few seconds. Stopped at 52. And Somerville so far not being able to offensively move the ball around as they did against Cambridge, where they just, I think everybody's heard now about Fenton's ability to run the ball and his,
And they're warming up number 5,
how they love the keeper.
Luis Ballestis.
Apparently maybe McConan having a problem. I didn't see anything. But he got hit pretty hard on that keeper where he lost the yardage.
But they might want to keep him fresh. So
Looks okay as he walks out on the field. Maybe just warming him up as a precaution.
Third down and goal to go for Somerville.
And now he'll get under center again, and we'll see if we can get this one in the end zone. 3rd and 4 for Somerville. And a short little pass. Incomplete. Attempted a short pass to, I believe, 89. Yeah, it was 89, Ralph Joseph. And number 34 will come in for number 40.
Number 40 coming out is Danny Morales, and number, who went in?
34.
Number 34, Ronnie Joseph is going in.
So 49 seconds to go in this first half. 0-0 tie so far.
Sending Ronnie Joseph in, so most probably going to be a passing play.
Somerville will try to get it in on 4th and 4. And Ralph Joseph split wide. And McConan tried to run it, didn't get anything, got nailed at the line, and that'll basically end the half. As Revere would have to go 96 yards to get anything here.
Looks as if Revere is prepared for McConan in this game.
I think the first couple of games, people didn't expect their quarterback to have the kind of mobility that McConan has, being a former running back, but I think now the word's spread. A little more watched. They watch him more. He's not getting those big holes that he used to get. Although Somerville executes a ball fake a lot better than a lot of teams I've seen.
46 left in this half. The clock's off. Oh, right before that play, there was a 2-minute warning, so the clock must be off again.
We apologize for the clock difficulty. Hopefully they'll straighten that out at halftime.
Yeah, he's giving time out.
They'll have an official timekeeper on the field now. And the Somerville defense out on the field, so Revere will have a chance to put some damage to the Somerville high.
Coach Tony Geller giving some orders to number 57, 58, and 54. 54 is Wayne Duffy. 57, Albert Silva.
58,
58
Matty Brunette, whose father is an assistant coach on the team.
He's also a co-coach with Joe Valan for the freshman team.
And they're still warming up number 5. They're warming up number 5. Meanwhile, McConan Fenton's still out on the field playing defense, so I don't know what's going on with that. Unless they're warming up the center, perhaps.
Center that they're warming up is
Number
Efrain
71.
Mendoza.
And Revere in motion.
One of our larger sophomores.
Stopped
Excuse
at the
me.
line, Revere. They got nothing on that one.
Second down.
Well, the clock's running, but we have no idea how much time's actually left in the game as the clock is off, so you'll have to bear with us on that one. Clock says 16 seconds, but there's more time than that left in the game. So now Revere will line up and we get a whistle. And Somerville calls another timeout. The last one. I don't quite understand that one. Revere back at
I think the team might be thrown off by the clock also.
Revere back in the Somerville end. I don't understand any reason for them to call a timeout. It just gives Revere more time to set a play. Apparently Coach Gulla saw something he didn't like offensively from Revere. So I guess they're ready now. And Somerville back out on the field, ready to go. Revere still in the huddle. Crowd coming in here at Somerville High Stillboy Stadium. Set to go. And Revere will take the field. Somerville may want to try something, some kind of blitz or something, try to catch them, maybe pick up a safety, get some kind of points on the board before the half. We'll see if they show blitz at all. Bringing everybody. And they nailed him. They nailed him.
Hit by
They
number.
got the safety.
Hit by number 87. Ooh.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
a
don't have a
safety.
number for number 87.
And Somerville will pick up 2.
Oh, it's Nicholas Graham, number 87. Senior.
Just as I say it, Somerville does it, and they pick up 2 points to go into the half.
And that's what Somerville needs.
Still some time left, though, as far as I know.
No idea how much time, but there is some time left.
Somerville may even be able to put another point on the board, as they'll get the kickoff from Revere now.
Just what Somerville needs.
And the scoreboard a little bit out, but the score is fine, 2-0 Somerville. The clock is a little bit off,
And
though.
Brian Bosey will be set to receive.
Along with number 10, Richie Rodriguez.
And 31, Andrickson Rivas.
And Revere might want to try some kind of low kick here. So the clock will have to run. Don't give him a chance to return anything big. Oh, they're going to boot it.
And the long kick.
And
Brian
Bosey
Bosey
takes
makes
it.
the catch.
And he's running with it. Picks up a good block there. Still moving up the middle. And
Makes
stops.
it to the, I'd say, 43.
And now the offense will take the field. And they'll get the ball out there for Somerville. Somerville may try a couple pass plays as the time's running down in the half. I'm going to get down in the end zone quickly.
And the time is out on the clock. Well, 40 seconds to go, as the clock says now.
They reset the clock, finally got it back and working. And Somerville takes a snap. Fenton back to pass. Going deep.
89. Oh, and it's
89.
foul.
Ralph Joseph came up just short on that one. He's about a step and a half behind that pass. Almost had it, but a little bit off.
And Ronnie Joseph going back in,
But good arm by Fenton. Got it downfield pretty quick.
which indicates most probably a passing play.
Second down,
And so now they'll line up and may attempt another pass again.
35 seconds on the clock.
They want to get it down into at least field goal range. But not many field goal attempts. And there's 30. If you see it with the carry, he's got room. He's got room and he gets pushed.
And he's
Breaks
going.
tackle there. Stays in the line.
Touchdown.
Did he make it? Yes, touchdown Somerville.
By number 39.
Big
Jason
carry by
Fusile.
Fusile. 3 people he shook off to get into the end zone. Dived over the pylon or the cone, whatever you want to call it, and picks up the touchdown for Somerville, and it's 8-0. As this first half could not, the end of this first half could not have gone any better for Somerville than it is right now.
25 seconds left.
Just when you thought they had nothing, they didn't get the touchdown.
8-0.
Missed the touchdown, and they pick up a quick safety and a big run by Fusile, and now they got a touchdown. We'll see if they're going to try
I
for the
believe
extra
they'll be
point.
kicking the ball.
And Rivas, the kicker, back to kick it. Done fairly well as a kicker this year. And kick is up.
It's booted
and
and
looks
it's good. And it is good.
And so Somerville with a 9-0 lead now.
Nine to 0. Somerville. With 25 seconds left in the first half. I mean,
You gotta think Revere's on the sidelines going, what happened? We had the ball. There's like a minute left, and now we're down 9-0.
Parents of the players here in the stands. You can see McConan's father right there.
Somerville's ahead, 9-0.
You see him at all our games, you know, track when his sister was running track, and now
Princess
football
Fenton.
games.
He's a good guy, too.
Chris Moran's family. See, it's turned into a family game also.
Home games always have sort of special feel for the family, you know, especially seniors. You see a lot more senior parents out here than anybody else because their kids last year, you know. So now Somerville will kick off. Anderson Rivas back to kick. See what kind of kick they attempt. Yeah, low kick on the ground. And he missed it, and it bobbled the kick, almost lost it, but dove on top of it, and they'll take over now with 21 seconds on the clock.
Revere is able to recover. They have the ball near 33-yard line. First and 10.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for Revere from the 33-yard line with 21 seconds to go. Somerville probably will attempt sort of a prevent defense, just don't allow anything big, give them the short stuff. Just don't want to give up the big play here. Worked hard to get it in there for the touchdown. Now you got the 9-0 lead. Don't give them anything big. No, Revere just takes a knee. Willing to go to the half with the trailing only 9-0.
And we'll be back after halftime. Score for halftime, 9-0. And now we're back with the second half. Score 9-0. And looking for Revere to receive the ball.
And the cameras didn't see it, but the sun came out just as Somerville came out back out on the field, kind of symbolic there.
Like we said in the first game, once the sun shines, so does Somerville.
Some first half stats here. Total yardage was incredibly one-sided. Somerville 223 yards of total offense, whereas Revere had 15. Rushing 10 carries for Revere for 15 yards. Somerville 25 for 95 yards. And McConan was 1 of 5 with an interception for 28 yards.
And Revere preparing to receive the ball.
Revere with 1 first down in the first half, whereas Somerville with 7. And Somerville penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Revere not penalized in the first half.
And for receiving for Revere is number 48. We don't have a name because he's not on the roster once again, but 48 for Revere, number 20 backing him up, which is Nick Piscitelli, and
number 48, Billy Norris for Revere.
And number 35, Rathamon. And the kick made by Anderson Rivas, and he's down on a 48.
So Revere will offensively start off the second half.
The sun's shining bright in this game now. Sorry.
Looked like we might have had a little rainstorm earlier on, but now everything's bright out and good football.
This might hurt the team though, looking for those catches in the sky. The sun's blaring through clouds, so it's kind of bright.
We'll see if it comes into play later on. And now Revere sets. And Mom takes the carry.
Toss
the
to
corner.
35.
And
35 gets hit.
Nice hit by
Fenton. And number 35 is Rathamon.
And they're going to give them they have a first down at about the 35. And Revere setting for the play before the chains are even in place. And now we're ready to go. And there's a handoff to Mom again, and this time in the backfield, breaks a little bit.
And he's out of bounds, pushed out by number 62.
And 59. Chris Moran and
Walter Hussey and Chris Moran.
both in on that stop. So Revere, despite, with the one big carry so far, but
Clock's running down.
second carry picked up about 4 yards. That's basically the way Revere's first half went too. Little short plays, but nothing major. And
Quarterback for Revere, Jonathan Conroy, number 10.
under center, takes a snap, and the handoff to Mom again, and he gets turned upside down.
By number 55, Gary Bruno. Oh, 55, Dennis Hardy. Correction, Gary Bruno was 66.
55, Dennis Hardy, senior class president, right there with the nice hit.
The sun might not be affecting the players, but it's kind of bright to me.
A little shade falling over now as the cloud moves into place.
Hope that's not symbolic.
Defense, hold that line.
And there's Mom with the carry again. He gets a first down,
Defense, hold that line.
I believe. Maybe a yard short.
Defense, hold that line.
Reggie Val in the game. Smith sat out the first half, but he's in the game now. And they stopped him short of the first down, and it's 4th and about 2.
Reggie Val's a big player on our team this year. A lot of great expectations for him.
Reggie Val sat out the first half. You gotta wonder if maybe he angered Coach Gull at some point. But Coach Gull, respecting his talent, puts him in the second half. And he's ready to go, and we're gonna have a timeout taken, I believe, by Somerville. Actually, I believe it was by Revere. The 4th down, want to discuss what they're doing.
Timeout. And the Somerville team, the Revere has the timeout. And Somerville's winning now 9-0 in the second half with 8:29 to go in the third quarter. And I guess the clock is off again, they're saying. So we'll try to keep the time as close as we can.
We're still waiting for the first appearance of the year of the Somerville High School band at a game. Hopefully they'll be here for the game against Everett. Award-winning band, so looking forward to seeing them.
Yeah, that's symbolic. A page in the handbook is dedicated to former coach Richard Robart. He had some good years with Somerville High.
I believe that's Dr. Richard Robart. And so now Somerville, on 4th down, will defensively try to stop Revere and take the ball back.
And it's on the Highlanders 29.
And we're set. Revere under center. And here's the snap. Hand off to Mom. And he breaks tackle. He might have got it. It'll be close. We'll see what the spot is.
And I
Close.
believe
I think
that
they may want to measure it. No.
nothing.
They're gonna call. I think they're gonna call for a measurement here. Yep, they're going to have to get the chains now. So we'll see. It'll be close. It looks like they are a little short from here. We'll see where the chains put it. The clock says 7:52, but
Of course, it's probably 8 or 8:30, you know.
who knows?
Happens.
And they stretch
The
it out.
chain
Yep.
measurement
They are
is
short.
a little short.
They are short.
Somerville ball.
Somerville takes over on downs.
And the defense coming out and the offense going in for Somerville.
Again, if you get a chance, come on down to a Somerville Highlanders game. Next week we'll be here against Everett. A lot of great atmosphere at these games.
That should really prove to be a test for Somerville. It's a tough team this year. But Revere, hey, don't be looking past them yet.
And now here's the carry. McCona with the keeper, and he may take it all the way. He's at the 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, touchdown Somerville.
And McCona fan gets the second touchdown of the game.
Somerville takes another touchdown, and that's, we got a Revere player still down, getting up very slowly. Oh, you don't like to see that. He's down on the field. He's still not getting up. He's trying
to. He might have got a low shot to himself.
Looks like a leg, maybe a hamstring. He's trying to run it off now, get downfield.
Still shows to be a little, but he gets the run. Number 74, Sean Rishondo.
And give him credit, he's right back in there for the extra point. A lot of guts. And McConan with a huge run, and that's the breakaway ability that he has. The team's
number 80, Luis Duarte, coming out.
Sometimes they're just not prepared for him. And in this case, Revere didn't see it coming, and he had a free clear
and going
road into the backfield.
Again, Hendrickson Rivas hit the first kick was good. Let's see how this one will be.
And Rivas to kick, looks good.
And it's good. That's 2 good kicks for him in this game. I'm glad we learned how to pronounce his name because so far we've had to say it a lot.
Now this was the way this game was scripted in the first half. Should have gone this way. Somerville now up 16-0. After a tough first half, broke it open at the end of the first half, scoring 9 points in the last 2 minutes of the game, of the first half.
A safety, a touchdown, and a PAT.
So now they'll start the second quarter off right with their first possession. They score a touchdown on a huge play by Fenton. A lot of great blocking he got too.
Score 6 again, we won, win. Highlanders, score 6. Score 6 again, we won, win. Highlanders, score 6.
And kicking off will be number 31, Hendrickson Rivas.
And the line set.
The team's official kicker.
You can see the difference in the team formations on the kickoff. Revere prefers to go down into a 3-point stance on the kickoff. Somerville with the more traditional standing.
And receiving is number 48, Billy Norris.
And Norris,
Norris got a nice run.
He's got room, breaks a little tackle there. And finally
gets
brought down.
Tackled by about 3 of Somerville players.
It's finally brought down.
One I can see is Reggie Val, another one, Brian Bosley.
At about the 34, finally brought down, pushed out of bounds.
Billy Norris on the carry for Revere.
And the defense, special teams comes off the field, and the defense will take over for Somerville.
That was an impressive run.
Very. You gotta wonder though if it was more of a Revere special teams player or Somerville special teams breakdown. Because thus far we've seen nothing like that from Revere in their special teams unit.
The former Revere fans that were over here before are back again, sitting right next to the Somerville fans.
And Matty Brunette shaking some dirt off his cleats.
Reggie Val coming back in.
He's a big player, had a couple of big sacks in the Cambridge game. Especially the one to close it off, end the game with a sack.
Like we said before, another player to watch out for is Reggie Val. But we can't be forgetting about our line. I mean, we have seniors on the line, Dennis Hardy, Matty Vieira, John Slattery.
All these great runs you see, they all start with a great push off the line and some great blocking, which is why a lot of concern came up when Slattery got hurt. Big part of that line.
He was injured in the Peabody game. But he's not injured anymore, so watch out.
And now the defense will take over again. First down for Somerville, for Revere, excuse me.
Jason Fusil didn't play the second game of the season, but he's back also.
Perhaps Wides didn't need to use him against Watertown. Want to make sure he was ready for the Peabody game. And Mom with the carry.
Rotha Mom makes the run once again.
Picked up a good, had a good run, and then finally, good run, and then finally tripped up. Picked up about 5.
Second down, approximately 6 yards to go. All is on Somerville 29-yard line.
And the clock must be off again. It says we have 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, one of the light bulbs are broken, so I think that's 6 and 50.
That's possible. It's a very confusing situation here at Dilboy Stadium. And the pass coming from Revere. Intercepted by Fenton. He's going to bring it all the way back for a touchdown. And
It looks like another touchdown by McConan.
Fenton's
Nice jumping interception.
beautiful job stepping in front of the Revere receiver, but right as the pass was made, quarterback never saw him coming, stepped in front of it, took it away, ran it all the way back for his second touchdown of the third quarter already. This kid's a blue chip athlete, definitely.
Second touchdown today.
Willing to do everything to sacrifice for the team, plays defense, offense, everything. A lot of players on this team do that as well.
Coach Gullah being wise to keep him in. As we mentioned earlier, we saw the number 5, Luis Ballesta, warming up, but
Perhaps just a precaution sometimes, just in case. And they need another man on the field.
and they're going to kick it again.
Number 87 coming out, they were short a man.
Both teams seem to be short on that. 23 just came off of Revere.
Nick Graham comes out for Somerville to take the extra spot, and now the kick is up and it's blocked. No good. They blocked the PAT, but one of the Revere players is down. Slow to get up.
And that's the same person earlier, 74.
Nagging injury from 74 as he's running off with a limp.
Strong players on both teams. Don't want to get out of the game if they're injured, but I don't think that's a wise choice.
You gotta wonder how long Revere coach will keep number 74 in the game, running around limping like he is.
74 is Sean Machando.
Give him credit for coming back though. And Somerville special teams will take the field now, led out by kicker Anderson Rivas. As we mentioned earlier, Everett will be visiting Dilboy Stadium next week for a showdown with the Highlanders. Everett last night was victorious 43-0 over Arlington in a Greater Boston League showdown. And Everett's quarterback, Nick Nazaro, big things from him. He ran for a touchdown last night and threw a 73-yard
train hard
pass.
this week and taken him right down.
Short kick, I think it fell off the
Number
tee.
70, Derek Brown.
May have fallen off the tee or just not gotten a good kick, but Rivas was not happy as he threw the tee off the field.
Rivas kicked it looked like the same play as the last possession for Revere.
And Fenton coming off the field, I guess they're going to give him a rest after that interception return. And quickly, it's gone from a 0-0 game towards the end of this first half to a 22-0 game by the middle of the third quarter. So, explosive power from the Somerville High offense and defense. And they're just showcasing their talents right now. And Anderson playing defensive back right now. And there's a carry by Mom. No, not Mom.
Number 48. And that's Billy Norris.
Billy Norris returning kicks. Apparently they're going to give him a chance to run it a little bit. And he picks up about 8 yards on that carry. So it'll be 2nd and 2. It'll be a long one for Revere.
The clock says 6 minutes, 17 to go. 22-0. Somerville.
And Revere set to go. And there's a pitch to Billy Norris, and he's brought down by Reggie Val.
And an assist from number 55, Dennis Hyde.
Just like I said, Reggie Val busts through that line, almost unstoppable. Can get through any line so far from what we've seen. And number 54, Wayne Duffy coming off the field.
Reggie Val's a big guy. He's 6'2", 235 pounds. Strong as an ox.
So now, Revere, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, as now they've lost the yardage that they gained, and they'll be third and about 10.
Clock is off again. So there's no misconception. That was a positive comment.
Apparently the Revere coach was upset at the end of the first half with the clock problems.
That can affect the players too. I mean, players look up at the clock to see how much time is left.
Exactly. When the clock's off, it can definitely throw a team off offensively, and you gotta wonder
I think the clock's back and it's 5:49 left.
perhaps that's what happened. It caused that safety by Revere to end the first half, but give credit to the Somerville defenses. They got in there, as they have all afternoon.
Revere coming back on the field.
And Revere set to go. Big play for them. Third down. As we mentioned, next week Everett will be visiting Somerville, but Revere next week will be at home versus Malden. Another team that's having their difficulties, although Malden was victorious last night over Lawrence. 6-0.
Score! Give me a D! D! Give me a fence! Fence! Defense! Take the ball and score! Score!
The cheerleaders calling for the defense to step up.
As we said before,
So is Coach Gulla.
we said before that this was supposedly the homecoming game. We take that back now. I believe the homecoming game will be at the end of October.
I believe it's in November, actually.
Either the last week in October, first week in November. Not quite sure yet.
And there's a nice catch. And Revere has a new quarterback out on the field.
I believe that was number
Jonathan Conway.
It was number 12, Mike Rich. Not usually quarterback.
I wonder if Conroy got hurt or they just weren't happy with his performance.
Usually tight end or defensive end, but we'll see how he plays.
First down and 10 for Revere. Ball is on 90-yard line.
I guess the homecoming game will be against Lawrence High School on
Lawrence High School, November 8th at Dilboy Stadium.
November 8th.
That'll be a 10:30 start.
Well, let's
But
not
that's-
look ahead too far.
That's looking well into the future. And there's a pass again.
We have
In the end
Everett,
zone, he had
then
room.
Malden.
Looks like he may have slipped going for the ball. He might have had it, but came up a step short.
Looks to me, I don't know, but it looks to me it was kind of thrown far.
No, an excellently placed pass. He just slipped. It was half a step behind the ball, but placed it perfectly out of the reach of the Somerville defense, where the only player that could get it was from Revere. Exactly the kind of throw you want from your quarterback.
Number 12, Mike Rich is still in the game as quarterback.
When he's throwing balls like that, I would keep him in there. As Revere's going to try something to shake up their lineup and they're going to pass it again.
Number 23, Keith
And he
Howell in
lost
the
another
back.
one in there in the end zone. Incomplete. Again,
Now
looked
that
like
was thrown over.
again, Rivet receiver was half a step behind it.
Mike Richards pass incomplete. Third down and 10 for Revere.
And number 20, Nick Piscatelli, was the New England Hurdles champion last year for Revere.
In Somerville, we have Ralph Joseph as one of our hurdlers.
And I believe number 88 is a
Gene Sincere,
Track
which is
stop
just
for
one of our
Somerville as
runners.
well.
Football players aren't just football players. They do many other sports.
A lot of track players on this team.
Gary Bruno wrestles. Wayne Duffy.
Yeah, we got a flag on that play.
Chris Moran does hockey. Matty Vieira. Well, he lifts on the offseason. Walter Hussey plays hockey.
We got John Slattery and McConan Fenton, both basketball players.
Some baseball players on the team also, but that's way in the future, so let's not talk about that yet.
Somerville's been in the process of rebuilding the last couple of years now,
Jasper Landrum, another basketball player.
reaping the rewards of that rebuilding this year as they're so far 2-1, looking to go 3-1 tonight. Still not able to compete with the powerhouses of the GBL like Everett and Peabody.
Getting extremely windy here at Doughboy Stadium today.
As we mentioned before, a lot of underclassmen on this team, young talent, so we should be good for a long time to come.
One freshman on this team, Matty Lynch.
And there's another pass by Revere. Intercepted.
By number...
And he's still running, he's on his feet.
By number 28.
He's got a blocker downfield, stops, little cut back,
That's
and finally
JC
brought down.
Felice.
Finally brought down at about the 39. And now Fenton not on the field waiting for the call.
Gene Sincere in.
Just as we mentioned him, he comes in the game.
And number 80 is out, and that's
Luis Duarte. And Rivas in motion again, a handoff to number 34.
And 34
He's
is
still on his feet,
Ronnie
breaks
Joseph.
tackle.
And Ronnie Joseph.
Broke tackles and ran with about 3 people on his back that time. Finally brought down at after crossing midfield, brought down at about the 44. But we got a flag, and it's going to be on Somerville, I think.
Number 40 into the game.
And they're going to bring him
Danny
right back.
Morales. And Ronnie's out.
A great run negated by the penalty there. I did not see what the call was. I believe they called him for holding.
First down, 13 yards to go for the Highlanders.
Holding call.
Their own 30-yard line.
And now, set to take the snap, trying to get it back. First down. And there's a carry by 31, Anderson Rivas, and he's stopped. Stopped well short.
Brought down by Ross Lucas.
Some enthusiastic fans here today.
Girlfriend of one of the players getting a little upset at the hit.
Second down, 12 yards to go.
4:05 left in this quarter.
Being the third quarter. And it's 2nd and 12 for Somerville.
Revere players are back in our stands. Both fans.
And there's a carry. And he picks up about, picks up about 10 yards.
A little disagreement with number 40 for Somerville, Danny Morales, and number, I believe it was 60, Revere, Alexandro, Flora, but
Hendrickson
I guess
Rivas
the refs didn't see it.
with about a 40, about a 10-yard carry there. And it'll be 3rd and about 1 for Somerville now, trying to get a first down. Add another score to this and we'll put this one to bed. I can take start taking some of the starters out with another touchdown. And Rivas in motion again. And they got the first down and then some. Fusil picked up about 10 on that one.
And first down.
8 yards on that carry from Fusil.
Number 10, Richie Rodriguez back in. And 89, Ralph Joseph in also.
Coach Gullo platooning his players. And that'll be the end of the third quarter, with Somerville leading 22-0.
I believe the clock was off again.
And the clock said we still had 2 minutes left.
Now, fourth down, by the fourth quarter. Ball is on the 60-yard line.
Fourth quarter, we'll start with Somerville with the ball and a first down. We're waiting for the spot to see where they'll take over. Somerville's done a great job in this game defensively, stopping Revere. Gave up a couple of big runs to Rotherham, but came back, made some adjustments, and just stopped them. It's been basically shut down, save for 2 runs maybe.
I believe Rotherham is one of their better running backs. But some of those seem to be able to stop them. And it looks just like what happened with Cambridge when they stopped Chase Santos.
And here we go. Somerville back out on the field, and we'll start the fourth and final quarter of the game here at Dilboy Stadium.
Oh, he's a touchback. Oh, tight. Oh, my bad.
It's a tailback.
Tailback. Touchback. I am not awake right now. I'm sorry.
And it'll be first and 10 for Somerville from the 50-yard line. I don't know about the spot. I thought they were a little bit past the 50 on that first down. But and a handoff to number 39, I believe. Fusil. Number 10, Richie Rodriguez gets the carry.
Little push and shove by number 58 on Somerville, Matty Brunette, and number 60. 60, yeah, for number 60. Another confrontation by number 60.
Ball is now on the 43-yard line. Second down.
And it'll be second and about 3 for Somerville now. And Fenton under center. Set to take the snap. Here it is. Handoff. Oh! He keeps moving.
And that's 31, Andrickson Rivas.
Looked like he was dead hit in the backfield for a loss of about 6 yards. Just ducked under the hit. Looked like the guy went right over him, and he just kept running.
That's a tough player.
Great run by Rivas there. And he's got some fans in the stand near our booth here. A very loud Andrickson Rivas cheering section today.
I guess he brought his own cheerleaders.
And there's the handoff. Taken by 40. Slips a little bit, but breaks out. Turns the corner and picks up about
number 40, Danny Morales.
Picks up 9 or 10. I think they're going to give him the first down. We'll see. They may call for a measurement. Witness.
And Andrickson coming off the field.
Oh, we got a flag on that. And they're going to move Somerville back. And another holding penalty on Somerville. As they continue to hurt themselves with the penalties. Revere yet to be penalized in this game.
Andrickson coming out. Looking really muddy.
First down, approximately 25 yards to go. Ball is on Somerville 45-yard line.
And now Somerville with the first down. But that was apparently a big penalty, as they moved him back to the 45. And Fenton back to pass. Lays one up there. And pass was well out of bounds. Joseph had no chance at that one. He would have had to go out of bounds to catch that one, so. Not the best pass by Fenton, but
Gary Bruno going into the game.
As is number 10, Richie Rodriguez. Talking to Coach Gullo now. And number 57 comes out of the game. Albert Silva. And number 39, Fusil, will come out.
Second down, 25 yards.
Give Fusil a quick break. He's been out there for most of the series.
I think this is his first time out. Tough player in Fusil.
And there's the handoff to...
And
We got a
fumbled
fumble.
and recovered by Somerville. Oh,
And
recovered by Somerville.
Somerville recovers. And they'll pick up about... Find where the original spot was. Picked up a decent amount of yardage on that one.
The ball carrier, double line.
And Richie Rodriguez will come out.
Richie a little disappointed with himself, but no need to be because he recovered it also.
If you're going to make the mistakes, you might as well fix them. It's okay if you fumble as long as you get it back. It's the important thing, no turnovers. So far in the game against Cambridge, Somerville with no turnovers. One turnover today on an interception by Fenton. And trying to punish it up the middle, but nothing there.
Hill on the carry. Revere, Nick Kelly tackle.
I believe it was 2 interceptions, but I could be wrong. One I believe was made by Ronnie Joseph.
And now Somerville setting up on 4th down, and they're going to run it. And short of the first down by about a yard. And then Revere takes over on downs. Fusil got about 8 yards on that carry, but just came up short on the first down.
They needed 14.
First down, 10 for Revere.
A huge penalty really hurt Somerville on that drive as they were going for the touchdown. Lost about 20 yards to penalties on that series.
And that was a holding penalty. I believe the third one for Somerville.
Go! Highlanders, go! Go! Highlanders, go!
And so we're set with Revere on offense. Somerville playing defense.
O'Conan's still in the game.
And they're going to run it. Mom with the carry. Picks up about a yard or two.
And that was Rathaman making the run.
Matty Vieira in on the tackle for Somerville. And it's 22-0 right now. Highlanders lead. 4th quarter. We've got about 5 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. If the clock's right.
And 34 is out, and that was number...
Ronnie Joseph out of the game.
Take it away! Make that play! Take that ball away! Take it away! Make that
And he's going to pass. Drops back to pass. Only a Somerville player there. Brian Bosby with the interception, and he's going to run it back. He's at the 30, 35, 40, and a player in his way. And there he goes. Gets stopped at the 41.
Brian Bosby's a force to be reckoned with also. A junior at Somerville High School.
Gets stopped at the 41 there, and Somerville will take over on offense.
First year on Somerville's team, formerly a Packer player.
The Somerville Packers are a powerful force themselves. So 4:44 to go in the game by our clock. And Fenton will come out of the game. Good day for him. And number 5, Luis Balastas out for Somerville to play quarterback now. And he's going to keep it. And he's going to pick up some yardage himself. He picks up a first down by himself, picks up about 14 yards on that carry.
That's Luis Balastas.
So he saw the way Fenton ran the ball and decided he wanted to try it himself. He's pretty good at it too, from what I can tell. Good fake on the handoff as well.
I believe they're the second string in now because John Slats is out also.
Yeah, the entire offensive line, starting offensive line on the sidelines right now.
Jason
I'm sorry.
Goggins in there.
Matty Burnett's still out there.
And Brian Bosby makes the run head on.
Picks up about 5 yards.
Brian Bosby, the ball carrier for the Highlanders.
The offensive line out there. Slattery probably taking a break. Don't want to risk it with him already being injured. I'm on the sidelines.
Number 24 is out. And number 24 is Mike Canini.
Hey, let's quit. W-I-N. Hey, let's quit. W-I-N. Hey, let's quit.
And now. Looks like they got nailed. Revere didn't buy the fake at all on that one.
Anderson Rivas brought down by Mike Durante.
Rivas got nailed. Back at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and about 7 for the Highlanders here. The second team unit on the field.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
And that'll be the 2-minute warning.
Tackle was made by Mike Durante, number 68 for Revere.
The lineup for the next couple of weeks is Everett on the 11th, Malden on the 18th, and then on the 24th is at Bill Ricker. November 1st is at Medford, and then we're home for homecoming at November 8th at Lawrence High School.
And that Medford game's always a big rivalry, the whole Medford-Somerville rivalry. And especially Medford last night tied with Peabody, 14-14, a rare tie in high school football. Oh, and they missed the punt. They dropped the ball, and he just picks it up and kicks it. Not a great punt. It goes maybe 10 yards.
And that was number 62 kicking it, Walter Hussey. No, Walter Hussey kicked good in the first game.
The ball slipped right through his hands, just picked it up and booted it. So passing, McConan was 1 for 73-yard touchdown interception return. So a big day for big players from Somerville. And when they have days like those from Fusil and Fenton, that's usually when you see a score like we have now, 22-0. Same kind of performance they got in the Cambridge game and the Watertown game. And there's
Two
a pass.
great home games for Somerville so far.
And he may take it. Now it's finally brought down by number
89.
89.
Ralph Joseph.
Ralph Joseph with the stop.
Number 40 going back in, Danny Morales.
Note of interest, number 10, Jonathan Conroy, back in at quarterback for Revere.
First down and 10 for the Patriots.
Apparently,
Ball is on Somerville.
coach wanted to bring him back in the game. I don't know if he was injured and feels better now or what happened with that, but...
Coming out of the game is number 57,
Oh, and he looks hurt.
Albert Silva.
And Fusil.
Hate to see injuries.
Oh, and there's a touchdown for Revere.
And number 35, Rothermore, made the touchdown for Revere.
You could tell it was building it. He was going to get a good carry sometime in the game. And
Albert Silva,
he picks up 40 yards on that carry for a touchdown.
I believe it might be a rib injury.
Yeah, they're looking at him carefully. He's down. He's in a lot of pain.
Hate to see injuries, no matter which team it is. But we hate it even more to see our own players get injured.
I believe Fusil went in to replace him. Oh, I'm sorry. He was not ready. Coach Gullah called him. And they sent in number 33.
Number
Robert
33,
Fusil.
Jason Fusil's younger brother.
I'm sorry. I heard him call Fusil. It was Robert.
There's a lot of Fusils, so hey, we better watch over them.
And there's a pass from Revere going for 2, and they get... No! Had it in his hands and dropped it. But that's just the way this game's gone for Revere.
1:35 left in the game. 22-6 is the score with Somerville's ball.
and the return team will go out on the field. Somerville about to go to 3-1. Impressive record. Matching their win total combined for the last season. Last 2 seasons combined. And Revere will fall to 0-4.
I guess the sun factor didn't have an effect.
Next week, Revere will host Malden in a GBL game, as we will have Everett here visiting. And what could be a big game for the Highlanders if they can put on a good display against Everett, maybe sneak away with a win. They are beatable.
We have a winner for the 50-50 raffle. The ticket number is 166047.
And the special teams back to return this kick from Revere.
He has it.
After they have the touchdown.
Congratulations.
And a window for the 50-50 raffle.
And celebrating his win, Somerville fan.
Everybody's a winner here.
And this is the kind of atmosphere we want to see. Next week's game against Everett is huge. We want to see all you fans out there. We want to see you all out here in the stands supporting your Highlander team because it's going to be a tough game for them. And number 87. Number 87 falls on the ball as they tried an onside kick.
Covers the ball. Highlanders have ball first and 10 on their own 47.
And so now Somerville set to go. We got a minute to.
Gym teacher in Somerville. Well, let's forget about the past now. Concentrate on the here and now.
Red, blue, we say Somerville, you say fight. Somerville, fight. Somerville, fight. We say number, you say what? Number, what?
And now we're set to go. Not many penalties in this game. It's been a relatively quick game. Revere not penalized at all in the game. Somerville hurting themselves on several penalties. There's an onside kick by Revere, and they're going to recover it.
This is one of Somerville's better records for the past few years.
So now the defense will go right back out on the field for Somerville as Revere gets their own onside kick. So Revere trying to make the score look a little bit better in the newspaper
And the
tomorrow.
second string is all in.
First down and 10 yards for the Highlanders. Ball's on Revere. 38 yards.
Oh, Somerville has the ball. I'm sorry. Thought Revere recovered. Apparently they didn't.
A Somerville
And
player
Somerville
never touched the
takes-
ball.
Somerville takes a knee, and that should do it. It's going to run the clock down now.
1:14 left in the game.
They have 4 players. They'll just take a knee probably 2 more times, and that should do it. So
That's the end of the game. I guess the clock was wrong.
surprise,
And Somerville
surprise.
wins 22-6.
That's the end of the game.
So Somerville with an impressive win here over Revere. A lot of penalties though, something to work on there. So Somerville stands at 3-1, and they'll be hosting Revere they'll be hosting Everett next week
Make
at
sure you're
Doughboy
here
Stadium.
to cheer on your Somerville High School Highlander team.
We want to see all you Somerville fans out here. Big game. The team needs your support. All the students out here to see your team.
And
They
this is Beau
represent your
Bedugnis
school. And Jason Stuart.
saying, see you next week.